rich like others. I was never in the consideration of someone doing well. I saw a young man several years ago. I met him in a crusade. This was a guy who was doing all manner of things. He would enter crusade ground and stand in the open roof. He would leave crusade ground on goggle, put face cap to this side, and say the gift of a man is without repentance. I saw this guy prosper. I cried to the Lord. I said, what is happening? I was still walking granite. He met me in St. Luke's and was talking about cars he bought. Talking about cars in volumes, in millions. That time to eat was a trouble. To eat was a challenge. I said, how can God allow such an individual to prosper? And yet, us that call upon his name in sincerity, we don't prosper. This is the same question David has asked the Lord. He said, why is it that the wicked prospers more than the righteous? The Lord brought him out in the morning and showed him flowers that blossomed in the morning and withered in the evening. He said, their ways look pleasant in the morning, but there is withering coming their way. I shed tears. The guy told me, don't worry. He said, we were still using iron bucket for toilet. I was gathering thousands in crusade, but I couldn't talk to people. There were things I couldn't tell people. I couldn't tell them that God told me to tell them to sow. I considered it an abomination to my soul. I consider it that any time I do it, I've lost my salvation and I may lose my eternal destination. But it was tough, it was rough, it was difficult. We kept pushing. He didn't change. God was taking us through the path. He didn't change just immediately. But suddenly, doors began to slam open. Left, right, front and back. Everywhere, things began to happen. And then we've looked back and to see some of those guys who were popular those years, they are nowhere to be found. They have eaten all their moral inheritance. No one takes them serious anymore. No one takes them serious. If you want to build anything worth the while, the destiny that is worth the while, build it on integrity. Build it on integrity. Build it on the perspicacity of integrity.